Why, hello, YouTube. Greetings from the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer.
The next Eagle won.
Cartoon Carpool. And I think it's episode 14. It could be 15 by now. I can't remember.
It's episode awesome.
It's okay, yes. It's Megatron's Master Plan Part 1 today. And we're going to try something new in terms of order. Well, we did it yesterday, and it kind of just happened. And I kind of like the flow. So what we're going to do is, instead of having categories and having to go back, we're just going to go through the synopsis and say what was good, what was awesome, what was our favorite part as we go along. We think that makes more sense.
Yep.
So, if you like that idea, then let us know in the comments at the end of today. Already been 30 seconds, let's get into the plot. So, it's, there was an election or something, and Mayor Awesome, Mayor Awesome, because he's the good guy. Mayor Good Guy said, thanks to Mr. Burger, who lost the election, he gave us this solar tower. And as he's presenting it, Decepticons attack, mainly the Coneheads and Starscream, which is pretty cool. It's nice to see the Coneheads again.
Initially, Burger tried to stop them with his tanks.
Yeah, and they all got blown up, and so they called the Autobots, and the Autobots intervened and took out the Decepticons, and off they went. Which is funny, because the next scene, Burger's like, if it wasn't for them, I would have won. But meanwhile, his tanks were getting wrecked.
Yeah.
Like, just wrecked. So, this guy's an idiot, and you know it.
No contest.
Oh. So then we go on, and Burger's all like, man, what are we gonna do now? And, like, Decepticons show up and kidnap him, or mainly Laserbeak takes him to Megatron, like, okay, you know what's really happening here? Dark of the Moon's happening.
Yep.
Just so you know. They try and convince, and they succeed, in telling that the Decepticons aren't really evil. They've just, you know, it's the Autobots that are the bad guys.
Always in a bad light.
Yeah, it's the propaganda, you know. It's the system. Don't trust it.
It's
and they're carrying around pictures of Chairman Mao. And they're not getting any money anyhow. So...
Okay.
Burger flies in a helicopter and sees what looks like the Autobots stealing oil.
Very convincing.
Yeah. Later we find out it's Starscream playing Optimus Prime. I don't know how he hit his wings, but he did. And what's even better is Skywarp is playing Ironhide, so it means Skywarp shrunk a little bit. And what's even better, Thundercracker is playing Wheeljack.
Yeah.
So he's not only hit his wings, he's shrunk down to Deloyager size. Wow.
To what size?
Deloyager, because it's not quite Deluxe, it's not quite Voyager. Deloyager. So,
yeah,
I was amused by that.
But also, Starscream was fighting.
That's the other thing, is like, yeah, Starscream's fighting in there, and just took the hit from, I think, Optimus, even though he's being played. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What would have made more sense had been like, there really isn't a lot of Decepticon numbers. How would you even pull this off correctly without, like, maybe doing the spare robot junk they had from part 2 of episode 1, where it's like, it's just spare Decepticon. Yeah. So anyways, they broadcast it during the Autobots' crowning of glory or something, and now the world believes them, and they passed a vote or something, and then, yeah, they were found to be guilty. And Spike went off, and he found the evidence needed. And then we get to this
Ravage got stuck in a revolving door.
I was about to say that. Like, we get to this one scene where Spike is running away from Ravage, goes through this revolving door, and I think you were expecting it too, but like the fourth episode of Transformers when he just crashes through a wall with Chip.
Either that or he just looks at it confused, like he doesn't know how to use it.
They just bust through it anyway.
Or blow through the wall.
But I was expecting him to like run through, bam! Like that's not gonna stop me. It's glass. It's tempered glass, but it's glass. That was stupid.
It's Ravage proof.
We see a lot of Sunstreaker. A lot of the Season 2 cast is in this, both Autobots and Decepticons, which is awesome. It's nice to see Trax
has a great role.
Yeah, Trax is that weird, like, blackout cannon when he flies. That's pretty sweet.
Yep.
And Grapple was there, and Smokescreen, and Warpath, and they all had some good stuff, and see a lot of Sunstreaker this one.
No Sea Spray.
Yeah, that's okay. No harm done for me. For you, maybe. No Hoist. I haven't seen Trailbreaker in a while.
Hoist is planning on going to Hollywood.
Oh, yes, he is. So, yeah, so what we're left right now is that the law was passed, and the Autobots are going to Cybertron, but Megatron breaks into the Ark at the last second, changes the flight plan, removes the communication array, and locks the thing. They're going to the sun. They're going to die in a fiery ball of gas. They're going to die.
In a ship that looks like Shockwave when he turns into his cannon
Absolutely, form. And that means it's even cooler.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's what the episode was. I kind of liked it. Like,
Kind of.
no, I really liked it. I was
it was a good
laughing.
episode.
I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah. I laughed pretty hard when Ravage got stuck in a revolving door.
See, that's the thing though, is I wouldn't rate it a perfect episode.
You wouldn't?
No.
Well, just because it's all everywhere?
No, like, it's great, and I laughed, and I loved it, but I didn't, like... This isn't Attack of the Autobots good. In my opinion. But it's a good setup. I'll give it that. And if part 2 is even better, like, I'll redact this and say it was a perfect episode.
I like this one.
See, perfectly, I would give this a 4 to 5.
I would give it a 4.5 out of 5.
So like a 5 out of 6, you'd say?
Yeah.
So are we missing Scavenger for you?
Yeah.
You just got like the left arm of Devastator, like...
No, we're missing Bone Crusher.
Missing Bone Crusher, because Scavenger's cool.
Yeah.
For me, though, I'm missing Air Raid, because I'd give this 4 to 5 aerial bots.
Yeah.
That's all. Because Air Raid, he was hard to find with. It's just Air Raid. We got the other 3. And Alpha Bravo's in there. So yeah, that was the thing. We had a question. I forget what it was, but the break's kind of over, so we'll answer it tomorrow, and I'll look up the questions and write them down on the list, because I think we got like 3 questions now to answer, and I'm sorry for not answering today. And look, we're on the right side again. Yay!
And it's not Friday, so you guys get to see part 2.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yay! All right, that was all for today. We're gonna let you go. So, thanks for joining us.
See ya.